Hello and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Any% No Up+A tournament match between Panulphe and Bobbing4Fries. This is round 5 of the Swiss phase of the tournament, and both our runners are ready, so we should be going in just a minute here, I believe. I'm John Tabin. Joining me on the mic is Crescendo 2020. How are you doing, Crescendo?
I'm doing well, and I'm excited for this race. It should be pretty competitive. Both guys are in the upper 30-minute range.
Yeah. Panulphe, a veteran of the community, sort of a ambassador to the French contingent of the Zelda 1 community. He's has one of the better times on Blue Ring route. Bobbing4Fries also runs Blue Ring. I think he's trying to drop it in PB attempts, but I'm guessing he's going to stick to a Blue Ring route for races, just for safety. And looks like they'll be going in just a few seconds.
I fully expect we're going to see two first routes here, most likely Blue Ring, but as you and I both know, divergencies can happen.
Yeah, Panulphe does his own variation on the Blue Ring route that he's developed over the years that has some specific quirks to it. So you might see them do a few things a little bit differently. But at the beginning, they're going just the same way, both heading to level 2. And they're just neck and neck as they do this walk. Oh, interesting. Looks like Bobbing4Fries, maybe his inputs betrayed him or something, because he went up a screen and down. Or maybe that fixes spawns in a way that he knows about. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll ask him afterwards.
Yeah, I've had my D-pad do that to me numerous times in the past, where it just decides that it wants Link to walk in one particular direction forever.
Yeah, it did cost Bobbing4Fries a little bit of time, but he's about one room behind Panulphe as they enter level 2.
Pan cleaning up these ropes pretty quickly.
Yeah, so the first question mark is whether they get the bombs in the Guerrilla room coming up. Pan got a bomb through the boomerang glitch. As the boomerang returned to that heart, it reset a value in memory that turned it into a bomb. Bobbing4Fries completely skunked on drops, so that's going to slow Bobbing down a little bit.
It's not too much of a loss as long as he doesn't sustain a death and his execution is on point.
Yeah. But Panulphe forced a bomb off the Moldorms to get that Moldorms key. Bobbing sorting down the Moldorms, taking a little bit longer. And Panulphe is already to Dodongo as Bobbing is a couple rooms back, clearing out these ropes.
Yeah, and Pan gets a lovely troll dongo pattern there.
Yeah, I got a little bit trolled by Dodongo, as Dodongo will do, but nonetheless a fairly quick level 2 for Panulphe. But Bobbing not too far behind, and still a lot of race ahead of us.
Yeah, he took that last Guerrilla room safely, which I definitely agree with. You don't want to die in 2. Although it's not too awful of a time loss, it's a time loss nonetheless.
Yeah. I think you noticed Pan will go up to the Northeast 100 and get that first, and then come back and get the 30 from the cave and the Heart Rock later. His route is very optimized for not screen scrolling. If you although he has started introducing screen scrolls into his runs, he's developed this route and optimized it in such a way so that he gets those cave he does those cave entries on the way back.
Yeah,
and gets the candle later in the run. Let's see. And Bobbing actually doing it in the same order, it looks like.
So Pan does miss one screen scroll, which is not too much of an issue. Bobbing4Fries is still very much in contention, probably about 10 to 15 seconds behind, which is absolutely nothing in this game.
Yeah, they may be doing almost identical routes, it looks like, because Bobbing is coming back and doing these caves in the same order Pan does, and presumably not getting the early candle. I know that Pan does a late candle route, so that means that they won't be stopping for the heart south of 1 early in the run like some blue ring routes do and things like that. And
Yeah,
actually, I spoke too soon. Bobbing is doing an early candle route. He just swung back around and up. So the early candle gives some flexibility in routing the money. There are a couple of secrets near level 1, depending on rupee counts as he goes along, that he can get or not, that Pan can't. That Pan will need to bomb for a secret if he needs an extra 30 on the way down to level 3, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Bobbing now, he enters and re-exits the he exits and re-enters the white sword screen, which resets the Lionel spawn. That gives him, it can lead to less favorable spawns in level 1, but
yeah, I think you'll notice in 1 there'll be one room in particular where Bobbing4Fries will get he'll have to chase a key down, and Pan most likely won't.
Yeah, unless the order he did those caves changes that. I'm not sure, because always, when I've run Blue Ring, I've always done it on a different route. But you see, Pan gets that key right in the middle of the NSU room, so he doesn't have to diverge, which on a route where you don't have the ladder by the time you get to level 1, it's so nice to have that key right in the middle of that room.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see where it is for... on routes where you do have the ladder, it matters a lot less. And in fact, sometimes having the Gorillas grouped up in the other set of spawns is better. But but we'll see what it looks like as Bobbing comes into level 1. You know, that resetting that Lionel, it has that trade-offs, but it's certainly safer. Yeah, those Stelphos on the left side of the room tell me that he's probably going to get the key on the right.
Yeah, Pan actually did a very good job of bullying that Lionel, by the way, and with a pattern that I wouldn't be too comfortable with myself.
Yeah, that Lionel is a real danger on a 2-first route, because you know, Lack Attack was doing second quest runs today, and the second quest world record route gets the white sword. It's in the same place in second quest, and Lack actually died to that Lionel today, so it's
Oh, did he?
it's by no means free to anyone. So
yeah, Lack is absolutely the standard of, I would say.
Of course, he has to go as fast as he can because he's going world record pace, but still,
yeah.
that screen is dangerous. This is the point. So Bobbing4Fries grabbing the bow as Pan is out of level 1 and heading towards level 3.
I think Pan probably pulled away a little bit further, but not too much. I'd say he's probably more in the 30-second or 30 to 45-second range at this point ahead.
Pan does spend a bomb to get another 30 secret before buying his candle. With 216 rupees as he buys the candle, and leaving 156 after buying the candle, that leaves him with all the rupees he needs for before the blue ring, because he'll get another 100 secret after level 3 to afford that ring, and which is nice because it means he doesn't have to slow down for the rest of level 3 to farm for rupees.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Fries has another secret in his pocket, getting that early blue candle, or if he's hoping that he's going to collect 20 rupees after by the time he leaves 3.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible to come out of 3 with 20 rupees farm. I mean, he also has the choice to stop and burn for a secret here. Looks like that's what he's going to do. That early candle does give you some flexibility. He can get this 30 without spending the bomb that Pan did.
Yeah, I kind of expected to see that.
Yeah.
It's a very good feeling to be able to take these red dark nuts down in 2 sword hits, as opposed to the 3 first guys who, of course, have to.
Yeah, you pretty much have to use bombs on the 3 first route. You'd like to use bombs on 2 first too, but if you're short, you can fall back on the white sword, not only in level 3 but also in a few other places along the run. But Bobbing4Fries is in level 3. Pan already has the raft, so about a half level ahead. As Bobbing grabs that key out of the diagonal. That key, you don't see that on the 3 first route because it's far too slow with the wood sword, but it's standard on 2 first routes because it's real quick with the white sword, and gives them some flexibility with the key routing. They both got the Moldorm's key in level 2. We'll see whether they get the air key in level 4 north or not.
And here comes the possibly the trolliest boss in the game. We'll see what happens. A very swift kill. Yeah.
Pan took 2 bombs, but he did get the force bomb off. That manhandler rolled over the explosion and registered the kills to give him that 10 count to, and 10th enemy has the bomb. So manhandle is a weird edge case for that rule because he registers kills frame by frame as he rolls over the explosion. So you're a little bit at the mercy of the RNG in that boss fight, but it went well for Pan. He's got 8 bombs in his pocket as he collects that 100 secret, which he'll use to buy the blue ring. Meanwhile, Bobbing also is fine for rupees as he makes his way towards Manhandla, but he only has 2 hearts, which gives him, if Manhandla is rude, it'll be a little bit harder to sort him down if he has to or anything like that. So let's hope he. Ooh, 2 shots, got the bomb. Nice to see. So Bobbing4Fries leaving with 7 bombs, and just a little bit behind Pan.
Yeah, it's always a little nerve-wracking going into Manhandle fight when you have less than 3 hearts. Luckily, both guys don't have any issues with them whatsoever.
So Pan has the blue ring now and is heading into level 4. Bobbing4Fries needs to grab that 100 secret in the ring, and is just not far behind him at all.
Pan looking very good on his bomb situation. He doesn't really have to worry about trying to force a bomb until maybe perhaps the end of this level. I suspect he'll probably pick up a lucky bomb coming up here before the breakfast room. He is not, but he still has plenty of bombs.
So Pan grabbing the ladder as Bobbing enters level 4. Still about a half level behind. Looks like
So Pan does reset his counter, so I suspect he's going to try to get a bomb drop off the last fires you'll see before entering the Gleeok room.
Yeah. This counts at 3 as he does the ladder clip. 4. And he is going for the error key. Named after Error 72, this strat is all about forcing the bomb, so he gets 5, 6, 7, 8 on the counter, so he'll bomb these Vires. He only has 1 bomb, so he needs to hit 2 of them. And he does, and he gets the Force Bomb and a Lucky Bomb, so he's leaving level 4 with 8 bombs. Assuming he gets through the Gleeok fight, which I expect he will. Meanwhile, Bobbing4Fries back in the breakfast room, getting set to get his ladder. Bobbing got knocked around a little bit on the with the Armoses and levers as he was getting the blue ring, so he's a little bit lower health than he'd like to be. But Pan takes care of Gleeok and grabs his the Triforce out of level 4.
And also, Pan now with 8 bombs leaving level 4 is great for him as well. Going to level 5 eventually next, he doesn't have to farm any bombs on the way there.
Yeah, all Pan needs to worry about now is rupees. He will he'll collect the third 100, and he needs another 22 rupees to afford the shopping for required items to finish the run. So I'm sure he'll be thinking about that as he does this walk around the coast. You know, Bobbing4Fries also getting the error key, and he also tapped that bubble to set his count. So let's see if he gets his Force Bomb off the Vires on the way out of level 4. Almost missed it, but he got it. Yeah. And yeah, so
and he gets a heart for his troubles as well.
Yeah. Since both runners got both the Moldarm's key and the error key, they'll probably skip the first room in level 9, where they'll probably be entering level 9 with 3 keys rather than 2. Panulphe farming the southern coast.
He did heed your warning of rupees.
And Bobbing4Fries finishes off Gleeok, is out of level 4, and is right behind Pan.
I'd say up to this point, both guys are having very good runs, considering their PBs.
Yeah, for sure. You know, as Pan does not bother with the raft location. Pan generally runs potionless. I'm not sure about Bobbing, but so we'll see what he does. As Bobbing left that 30 north of start for now, so he could grab it on the walk back, which is nice because that means he has to worry less about farming on this walk. He'd probably like to see a bomb drop, but he's good on rupees. Pan needs another 6 rupees by the end of level 5. There is a static 5 rupee drop inside level 5, which I expect he'll stop to grab.
And Pan, of course, is approaching one of everybody's least favorite rooms, the Room of Requirement, wherein 6 blue dark nuts are guarding the flute.
Yeah. Not sure if Pan's working a count or not. The optimal strat is to bomb these dark nuts and force a bomb during that fight. But with on a 2-1 route, you have the white sword to fall back on. Each of these dark nuts takes 8 hit points. A a bomb deals 4 hit points. The white sword deals 2. So let's see how many he can take out with bombs. All but 2, and he got the a force bomb. So that he's looks like he's finishing them off with the sword to which is nice to see, because with that forced bomb, I don't know. I think he left the Gibdo bomb for the walk back as well, so he'll be able to have 8 bombs on the way to Dig Dogger and 7 bombs leaving. I noticed Bobbing did stop at the raft location. I didn't see whether he got the well, based on my math, he must have gotten the potion, right? So
he actually grabbed the heart, which is odd to me because I'm not sure what heart he skipped.
Well, did he get the potion at the southern coast? Because I saw him bombing that cave open, but it's hard to watch.
He must have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can get either one, but
I'll have to see once he accesses the start menu, and we'll most likely see a potion there.
Yeah, I'm guessing he must, because otherwise he would have. If you saw him get the raft heart, he must have gotten the beach potion, because otherwise he'd have more hearts.
Pan does get all the rupees he needs and more.
And our restream host confirming in chat that he did take the potion from the coast bomb spot. And neither runner got the hard ore potion south of 1. So if they need to go double potion, that's there. But I expect neither of them will. So Pan's up to Dig Dogger as Bobbing is into the Olive Garden to get the breadstick. Bobbing got that force bomb. Very nice fight. Wow, he's having a really good Dark Dun room, actually. That was quite fast.
Yeah, that was a great room for him.
Yeah. That'll make up a little bit of time, because that was faster than Pan's room. So Bobbing gaining ground here.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the improvement of a lot of these guys during this tournament. You've definitely seen a whole lot of improvement from these guys from week 1 till now.
Absolutely.
He does get a little bit of a troll, though, leaving the room requirement.
Pan doing his shopping now. He'll buy his meat and arrows before heading to level 7, as Bobbing4Fries finishing off level 5.
So with all of the overworld heart containers and shopping and everything done by level 7, we should see the routes converge entirely here entering 7. So I'm going to see what time Pan enters, and then we'll have a good idea of how far Bobbing4Fries is behind at that point.
Mm-hmm. So Bobbing4Fries grabbing his 5th Triforce piece as Panulphe clears out the river room. Panulphe tanking a little bit of damage from those boomerangs, which he can afford in Blue Ring, and gets a fairy to avoid any to make up the health he lost, and he managed to get through the room without getting bubbled and didn't have to menu to arrows. So that was very quickly played. Ooh, we see a root quarter on Bobbing4Fries' side.
Excellent.
It's a fairly newly discovered glitch. What he just did was he whistled to level 4 and triggered the raft as the whistle. What the whistle does is it puts you left of your location and transitions the screen to the right, so onto the level 4 screen, except what the raft does is it transitions the screen north, so it ends up northwest of your destination when you glitch out the game that way. It's discovered by Roost Slugs and showcased by Unos in the first round of the tournament. No one had any idea what was going on when Unos premiered that route. They kind of kept that under wraps. It was a nice moment, and a lot of runners incorporating it. It's a minor time save on this route, but a major swag points. So kudos to Bobbing4Fries.
Yeah, and that was excellent execution on the on that as well. And I also got to give a shout out to Pan for feeding Dig Dogger in 7. You don't see that too often these days.
Yeah, that's a tribute to Cantaloupe. I think in his PB he does that. It doesn't actually do anything. Dig Dogger is not attracted to the bait, but it's just a little community joke, I think.
Yeah, I think it originated by Lisa in Cantaloupe's chat.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like Pan's about to grab his magical sword, and I actually didn't pay attention and see what time Bobbing4Fries entered level 7.
Yeah, I missed it too. I know, but Gary and Old saying in chat that I think he's talking about Bobbing4Fries. Did he do the tricorder when he came in? The tricorder is a relatively new technique to buffer shopkeeper lag with the recorder, which Reeves came up with that. Unos and Fiskbit refined the strat a bit, but Gary saying in chat that he did the strat a little bit different than usual. So
yeah, I think he approached the foremost from the left.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think RKCT KC is correct because I think I've heard Bobbing4Fries mention this. Bobbing is going to do the recorder again after level 7, so by tricordering that way, he set his counter up to do a recorder to 7 into the graveyard. I think Bobbing's reason. We'll talk about it when we get to it, but I think his reasoning for that is that he's better at doing the recorder than he is at screen scrolling, so it's faster for him to do it that way than to do the Lost Woods skip.
Yeah, well, you can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
And everybody always loves seeing them some recorder swag as well.
For sure.
Pan is taking a little bit of damage here in 6 in this magical breakfast room. He should be okay, but you'll have to watch his health in magical breakfast room 2. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I lied. That was magical breakfast room 2.
Yeah, he's out of magical breakfast room 2 with 4.5 hearts. With the blue ring, the red Wizard beam only does 2 hearts of damage, so he can be a little bit more reckless than you'd see a green tunic runner be at that point. And Bobbing is in fact going back to the dock after level 7 to do the recorder once again, if he can get this Zora to stop trolling him.
Ooh, very close.
Oh, yeah. He got hit by a fireball, and the recorder whirlwind will not pick you up while you're being hit by a fireball, so he has to reset it, his whistle, and he unfortunately had to left the dock to dodge that, and ended up back at level 7. So I think he's going to give up on that little bit of swag and go for the standard Lost Woods skip instead. A little bit of time lost to attempted swag, which he misses the Lost Woods skip and has to do it again. You can see why he prefers to recorder if he can, but gets it on the second try, so he's heading to level 6. Panulphe already in level 8 and into the first Blue Lagoon. You can see the lag. The whole room slows down and then speeds up after the first few kills.
And he makes pretty quick work of the Blue Lagoon 1. A little bit less luck in the Blue Lagoon 2. His health isn't looking low, but he needs to be a little bit careful here.
Yeah, those blue Darknuts, they'll each do a heart of damage with the blue ring. 2 hearts without, so he's down to 3. He can't. Now down to 2 with this last Darknut, getting a little bit fresh with him. Start being a little bit careful. Gets a heart off that last Darknut, gives him a little bit of margin for error going into the final fight. But kills a few things in that stairwell room. You're more likely to get bombs than hearts there, but maybe he was hoping for something. Doesn't bother farming the Pulse voice for anything, so he's heading into Gliok with 3 hearts, which is the equivalent of 6 hearts in Green Tunic, and he does it fine. Gets out without damage, leaves that excess heart behind. He doesn't need it because he has all the swords. He has all the hearts he needed to get his sword, which he already has. So Panulphe through level 8 and on to level 9.
Yeah, and Bobbing4Fries actually had a really good magical breakfast room 1, and looks like he's having a pretty good magical breakfast room 2 as well.
Yeah, he pulls out the arrows to finish off those last 2 likes. He has plenty of rupees, so he doesn't have to. He can spam arrows all he wants, and within reason. And so yeah, Bobbing4Fries in good shape to finish off level 6 safely.
And Pan does decide that he's going to grab this potion, and I absolutely agree with this decision, especially if he knows that he's ahead. He can just play it safe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pan goes potionless in his PvP, but in a race you want to play it safer. So grabbing that potion is definitely the right move, particularly if he knows how far ahead he is. So yeah, Pan now has a potion as he heads into level 9, and Bobbing4Fries still has not used the potion that he's grabbed, so he has some margin for error in level 8.
It'll be interesting to see here. It's pretty unlikely that Pan would sustain a death in 9 at this point, but if he were to, and Bobbing4Fries approaching 8, would actually be a very close race, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, 9 is 2 or 3 times longer than 8, so it is. But like I said, Pan usually runs potionless. He has potion. He has blue ring. I think Pan's in pretty good shape to finish out this run. But
yeah, absolutely. It's the This is his race to lose for sure.
Yeah.
It would take something pretty catastrophic at this point.
Pretty nice job in Blue Lagoon 1 for Bobbing4Fries. Throws a couple bombs in Blue Lagoon 2 to soften up the darkness. Magical Sword and a bomb do the same amount of damage. They both do 4 hit points, so those bombs are more of a safety strat than anything to add speed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually helped him. I think he missed on at least 2 of those bombs, though.
Yeah, it's you really need the dark for bomb strats to be effective in that room. You have to cooperate, and they sort of didn't. But it sometimes will make a runner more comfortable to keep his distance with the bombs. So it's,
absolutely, yeah.
And Bobbing undoubtedly very comfortable as he heads into the Gliok fight with only a heart and a half down and with blue ring, so he should be able to tank a little bit of damage and head right at charge right ahead. So Panulphe getting trolled a little bit by Patcher too. So
Who would have thought that would ever happen?
Yeah, he's opting to kill him. The fastest way to deal with him is to block clip and skip that fight, but sometimes Patcher too just isn't having it. So the nice thing about killing him is he'll be gone when he gets back. He will have to be in that room again. Pan pulling out the potion before reverse C, which will give him the option to use some beam sword strats in reverse C if he can pull it off, and the Wizrobe patterns cooperate. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, and he's got two disposable bombs as well. If he needs them.
A little bit rough around the edges in reverse C, but he got through it fairly quickly, but took quite a bit of damage. If he hadn't had full health in blue ring, that would not have been a viable strat, but it worked out for him.
Yeah.
And so Pan has his silver arrows, and as Bobbing4Fries enters level 9.
It looked like he almost forgot for a second that he didn't have to clean up that room for that key. Then after one hit, he remembered.
He did fire a beam as he got in the door, but he may have just been trying to get things out of his way. I don't know.
Yeah. And all things considered, both these guys have had very good runs. Bobbing4Fries did have a little bit of issue with that second recorder attempt, but they're both doing very good, I think.
Yeah. Pan finishes off the Wizrobe trap room, last room of Wizrobe combat. There's another room of Wizrobe dodging, which shouldn't be too much of a problem.
And nothing sits in Pan's way at this point except for Patcher 3 and Ganon.
Yeah. Bobbing got a bomb drop in the next room. I wasn't paying close enough attention to know if that was forced or lucky, but either way, he's leaving the next room with 8 bombs, which is great to see because that gives him some bombs to play with as he heads towards reverse C.
Yeah, it's very, very good for him.
Panulphe finishing off Patcher 3. Getting a little bit trolled at the end by this last Patcher, so like Panulphe gonna down his last potion before he heads into the Ganon fight.
Smart move. If he has it, you might as well use it.
Bobbing also opting to kill Patrick too, and he has full health, so he will also have. Assuming he doesn't take a bop here, he will have the opportunity to use beams and reverse C. Panulphe.
And Ganon goes down.
Panulphe finishing off Ganon. So, get your GGs out in chat for Panulphe, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 39:22.
Looks like Bobbing4Fries now has his silver arrows, and he's looking very good on the final portion of his level 9.
Opting to clear out the stairwell rather than trying to block clip. Bobbing still has, I believe, both potion refills in his back pocket, so he should be just fine. And I think joining us in chat now is Panulphe. GG, sir.
Great run, Pan.
Yes, thanks. So happy. That's I think my second best time in race.
Oh, well, good for you. Yeah, just a very clean run all around. I mean, it's not I can't think of offhand of anything that stood out. Was there a moment that was particularly difficult or particularly proud for you in that run?
I was proud all the time because up until my 8, everything went smoothly. I was like on PB pace until 8. So I was really confident I might finish this run. Except when I arrived in Blue Lagoon 2, I was like, oh no, they're killing me. Stop, take your time.
Yeah, the Blue Lagoon 2, it got a little hairy, but you got through it fine. So, and Bobbing4Fries, 4 hearts as he heads into the Patra 3 fight. Finishes off Patra 3 with no damage, so he still has 4 hearts and blue rings. So Ganon Hug is 2 hearts rather than 4. So he hasn't used a potion yet. So
and 1 hit.
he may want to think about menuing to potion. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And down goes Ganon.
Yep.
GG.
Yeah, Ganon turning brown as he potions. So, but better safe than sorry there. So he so Bobbing4Fries finishes off Ganon. So get your GGs out in chat for Bobbing4Fries finishing in second place with an official SRL time of 42:25.
And my 9 was super difficult. I was really... I could skip the first Patra because I was lucky on the bombs, but apart from that...
Yeah, I thought it was a great run, Pan. I was particularly proud of you when you fed Dig Dog 7.
Oh yeah.
It's like with Bobbing4Fries will be joining us shortly. Looks like we have Bobbing4Fries in the commentator's booth with us. GG, sir.
Thank you.
GG, Bob.
Yeah, so pretty clean run in terms of damage. You didn't use a potion until the Ganon fight, which was nice to see. Got a little bit trolled by the Zoro when you were trying to recorder. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I got the Trolley Zola there on that double root cord. I was hoping to get a little bit of swag into the run. I do the root cord usually easier than I do that the screen scroll presently with where I'm at in my training. So sometimes that's quicker for me and more reliable. But he just didn't want to get into a sortable spot, so I tried to wing it without it and having to reset the recorder, and then got bopped like a frame too soon for that second time. And then I still couldn't scroll into the woods anyways. But overall, yeah, like you said, it was a pretty clean run damage-wise, so I wasn't really frustrated going through. I felt pretty good, but I knew I was pretty slow.
I do want to ask you, when you were walking to level 2, did your controller just betray you because you went up a screen on the way to level 2?
Yeah, it did for a second there, and yeah, I was like, that's not a good way to start the race. But
Yeah.
I mean, that actually relaxed me a little bit, because I was like, all right, well, I already know I'm behind, so just run smooth now.
Yeah.
And you did a good job of that, I thought. Other than the recorder problem, I thought comparatively to your PB, you had a very good run after that.
Yeah, I had looking at my splits and everything, I had a couple golds in there. I think that was probably the best recorder room I've ever had for sure. But yeah, it was pretty smooth, and yeah, that Trolley Zola, and I didn't even let that get. I figured I was still behind, and I was just stoked that I was a pretty decent ways into 9 before Pan got done.
Yeah, it was by no means a blowout, so good job. And Pan was on PB pace for a lot of the run until pretty late, he said. So
yeah, until I reached level 8, so I was quite confident I could finish first.
So later tonight, or later today at what is that? 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel, Gary and Old Wolf, Zarnax 42 and Random Effect will be racing. That should be a good one. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern time, King Doll and V Resner will be racing JSR2 Gamers channel, and then we have a bunch of races tomorrow as well. So more Zelda 1 action coming on your favorite Twitch channels this weekend in this final round of Swiss, and then we'll have the bracket stage next week, which should be exciting. So for myself, John Tabin, thanks to my co-commentator Crescendo, thanks to our runners Bobbing4Fries and Panulphe, thanks to our restreamer Gary and Old Wolf. I think that'll do it for us for now. So we will say have a pleasant afternoon.
Take care, guys.
GG,
Thanks.
guys.